Ladies and gentlemen, almost 1 week down the line, and William Samoei Ruto has not bothered to go and visit the people of Endarasha. 1 week down the line, and the only visible person I saw there is Dede Nyoro. 1 week down the line, the president has not gone there to come out very clearly and explain to Kenyans what happens. What happened on that day? What we have seen is just policy pronouncement by the Minister of Education, how the government is going to investigate what actually happened, how the government is going to ensure that security measures are put in place. But, ladies and gentlemen, if William Samoei Ruto was campaigning for the 2027 general election, I think he could not have spared a second to go and condole with the people of Endarasha. He could have gone there very, very fast and tried to show empathy to the community. One thing I've realized with William Samoei Ruto is that when there are tragedies, he just gives a statement. And he's not alone. This also happened with other leaders. By the way, you also saw Rigathi Gachagua going there, and he seemed not to have had all the information at that time. But that was somehow better. The fact that Gachagua comes from Nyeri does not mean that he's the only person who was supposed to go there. William Samoei Ruto's government does not take these things very, very seriously. It is not the first time that William Samoei Ruto is repeating this mistake. And it is high time, when there's a crisis in the country, when people are crying for help, when people are helpless, that is the time you know who is your friend. Because a friend indeed is a friend in need. A friend in need is a friend indeed. That's what we say. Kwamba, ukiangalia William Samoei Ruto, utaona a number of conclusions can be made by this tragedy. One, children perished. Yes, very, very painful. Very, very painful to the parents. Very, very painful to the relatives. Very, very painful to the community. But did the death of children not touch the president? And if this one did not touch him, what could have touched him? What can touch him? Ladies and gentlemen, who does this mean, ladies and gentlemen? Because if it were America, a tragedy like this magnitude happens, the president would be there. Most likely would be there. I saw Obama wakati sijui nini ilikuwa imetokea pale. And this is what a leader should do. Because his presence creates a kind of assuring atmosphere that all is well. And after all, we are going to win it. Number two, that an issue that we can raise here is that other than saying that the government is going to cater for the burial expenses, this is not enough. I'm saying it is not enough. Whether the school was insured or not, I think the government has a duty of ensuring these parents are compensated. There is no money that can compensate these parents. There's no money that can replace these children. But what we can say here is that these laws can be softened. Can be softened by maybe giving at least 10 million. It's not too much for such a thing. I'm not saying that we try to monetize death or tragedies. But I think the government should be kind enough to do this. The other thing is that when I look at the way the government was behaving, imagine they were trying to bring people who are mourning at wakati ndio wanawaletea chakula. Surely, these parents did not ask for food. They were not crying for food. And you see a government whose priorities are upside down. Because if you ask me, even if the president was leaving the country or had planned to leave the country or he had another assignment, there is no greater assignment than rushing to the people who are crying, than rushing and go and witness for yourself. Because you see, you need to go there, ask questions. Who is the owner of the school? What really happened? Because you need clear explanation. Sometimes you don't need to be told. You need to go there. And the distance between Nyeri and Nairobi is just so near. It cannot take 40 minutes for William Samoei Ruto to arrive in Nyeri. That minutes he'll be in Nyeri. And maybe take an hour. Go through the school compound. Let the school also be investigated. And when this is done, then tunaweza kuona ya kwamba kuna mengi ambayo unaweza kusema. But now, even when the country is crying, because this country, currently, there are so many things that are mysterious and are happening in this country. Unexplained and mysterious death. Road accident everywhere. Mambo ambayo hayaeleweki jameni. Nikana kwamba kuna mahali ambapo damu inapelekwa. Nikana kwamba kuna mavuno ya watu kuwawa au kupoteza maisha yao. And the country is asking many questions. And I think William Samoei Ruto need to stop what he's doing and address a number of things that are affecting the common mwananchi directly. Like something like road accident. This is something that should be stopped. Stopped na aseme hatutaki kusikia mambo ya ajali katika taifa letu. Kama dereva walevi ambao tunapata kwenye barabara. And we have a CS, we have a president, we have a deputy president, we have all the ministerial officials. And yet every day, tunaona magari yanaanguka. In fact, wherever you go, you encounter accidents. Because me, I travel a lot. Wherever I go, I encounter accidents almost on a daily basis. Number two, you also need to stop this idea of watu kupoteza maisha yao kana kwamba maisha hayana maana. Because you see, what will happen, we are even seeing people murdering each other. They don't care. Murdering each other. Kuwa mtu Kenya imekuwa ni kama jambo la kawaida. Ni kama kuchota maji kwa mfereji. They don't care. It's like the life of a human being. It's like that of a chicken. Sometimes hata ukiuliza mchijaji wa kuku anahurumia kuku. But what is happening in this country? I think we are losing it. We are losing it. Because we have just come from an episode where Kenyans have been abducted, Kenyans have been missing, police killing innocent Kenya, and nothing seems to be happening. Ladies and gentlemen, I think William Samoei Ruto need to show empathy, him to empathize with Kenyans when tragedy occurs. I don't know what you think. Because my feeling is that William Samoei Ruto is not in touch with the common mwananchi. Have a blessed evening. Bye-bye.